Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice 2 video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Arena Pip and why I personally feel that they need to go to 1 refresh a day versus 2. So, we got this discussion right here, and after a month of thousands of arena battles to get 5-star Mythic Wonder Woman, great move by the devs. I totally agree on that. My thumb is literally hurting when I have to go to another round at the arena twice a day. I think that having only 1 refresh Arena Pips per day would have the same amount of competition and will save time for other aspects of the game. And imagine the same amount of competition and will save other aspects of the game. Imagine when leagues come out and still have time for life. I really like the game and where it is heading to, but I feel that I'm spending too much time with it. Looking forward to your comments and opinions. So you can see that there's a whole thread in this, and a lot of people are agreeing with the 1 pip a day. And I get up, I have 3 hours to run through all my teams. As soon as I'm done, it refreshes, I got another 3 hours to grind. This is totally true, and I think this is really dumb. You should not have to be forced to play the app continuously to stay in the top 10. It would be nice if you got in the top 10, you either had to have like a really strong roster, or you have to be like LQ Persona and spend gems to get 1 million arena points in 1 day, or 1.6 million in 2 cycles. So I really hope that they go through with this, and let's check out Injustice 2 Mobile, and you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So currently I have 38 characters in my roster, and each refresh is 12 hours. So every fight literally takes about a minute because of the ridiculous loading times and also the splash screens you have to deal with at the end of the fight that you can't skip or turn off, which I wish there was a way to do that so you could quickly do the fight. So when you're doing single characters, if you multiply that by 39, you're literally spending about 3 to 4 hours. Just like if you were hardcore farming, doing nothing else, not doing operations, nothing, it literally takes 3 to 4 hours to do that. And then if you can refresh every character 10 times, it gets ridiculous. And then imagine once in Injustice 2 they add more characters to the game, and we're talking about a pretty impressive roster that has almost the entire lineup. Obviously Entangling Poison Ivy I'm going to get after tomorrow's refresh. And in Rage Bane, I am currently working on it as I'm at 65 out of 160 shards. Now, here's the thing, too. Somebody also suggested that you could have 10 pips for Arena. I think it's actually fine the way it is at 5. I really think they need to go back to 24 hours. Now, those of you guys that remember when the Arena first launched, before patch 1.1, Arena actually did last 24 hours, and they did not actually tell you when the pips refresh. So we actually had to do some research on that. So obviously here I'm at 490,000. I haven't really been playing that much because of 4th of July, and fireworks are obviously more important than Injustice 2. But as you can see by the leaderboards here, we have Marin Max, who's a hacker. We have Dark by Design, which is questionable. We have Falling Nameless, which is probably legit. We have a blank name, we have a Dreaded Gamer, we have Galleon, I've never heard of. We have Ade Francis Rose, and Your Cap obviously is legit, but there's a couple of them. Grizzle the Core is legit. There's definitely a couple people that are fake. Leroy Jenkins has been on the leaderboards quite a bit. But Airpack129 as well is definitely a legit player. Prawn Star. But yeah, there's a couple people that are definitely questionable. Papa Bless I've seen a few times on the leaderboards. But yeah, every season of the leaderboards, people try to manipulate it, and then they do a ban wave. So that's nothing new there. I don't know how people get around it. But yes, 1 refresh per day with 10 pips might also make sense too. But then if they do that, they would have to increase the amount it costs to actually refresh it to 50. And I don't know, I find that to be okay. Because if you have 10 pips for 50 gems and you can only refresh it once, I think that's going to stop the mountain of leaderboard that LQ Persona has, because you can tell that the person is gemming. On my full cycle, I get about 300 to 350,000. So imagine what happens when you have 1 million score. You're spending between 300 and 400 gems just to get that extra 5 to 700,000 score. And that's pretty ridiculous. Arena should not be pay to win. So I'm hoping that the devs do something about that, whether it is disable refreshing the pips altogether, which is what they should do to make their leaderboards a little bit more competitive, at which point a 12-hour refresh cycle is fine. If you want to keep the 12-hour refresh cycle, I really think that they need to disable the pips altogether from refreshing. They could also do a 24-hour cycle with 10 pips and 50 gems to refresh one time. But I really think that refreshing your characters 10 times is just a little bit stupid. Because, again, this is how LQ Persona manipulates the leaderboards every time. And kudos to NetherRealm for allowing number 1 to number 50 to actually get the same rewards. And it's really sad that a person like LQ Persona is so cancerous to the game that it just ruins the experience of Arena. Like, I would love to see Isaac Casanova actually get number 1. And I would be really happy for him. Like, I would not challenge him if he got number 1. Because it's nice to see somebody else get that. And again, you get the same rewards number 1, number 50. But, you know, people don't want LQ Persona on top. They want LQ Persona to just leave and stop playing altogether. So I know there's a lot of people envious of LQ Persona. I am not. And the reason for that is because in order to get number 1 in Arena, you have to spend no life and a lot of time on it. To actually get to where I was last week and actually overtake LQ Persona, I would have to get home from work at 4:30, immediately use all of my pips, and then get up. And then when the refreshes hit at 8 o'clock, I would have to use my pips all over again. And I had to gem Mythic Wonder Woman and Emerald Green Lantern and catch LQ Persona slacking. So basically, that is how I was able to hit number 1 in Arena last week, even if it was only for an hour. There's no doubt that LQ Persona legit grinds the Arena, but I still find it really questionable how LQ Persona has such a roster and supposedly, according to the Twitter account, which is fake, only spent $100 on the game. I know that the Twitter account is fake because I called out LQ Persona on Twitter, and lo and behold, I got no response. So, if you want to actually show the legitimacy of LQ Persona, I challenge LQ Persona, and I'll show this again after the follow, but I challenge LQ Persona to a Skype invitation to, number 1, prove the person is legit, and number 2, to show that the account is real. So, you can see that the fake LQ Persona on Twitter is fake, because why would the screenshots show absolutely nothing regarding actual characters and giveaways? Get out of here. Must be some God is a Gamer fake account or something. But look at this. When I post screenshots, now granted all the other stuff is relevant, why do you not post your account? Why do you not post your account? Again, does not post account information. So how do we know that this LQ Persona on Twitter is real? I think it's fake. Again, fake. You can take paint and clip that out yourself. So, again, there's no screenshots. So, would you please make better rewards for the number 1 spot? No, fuck you. You don't deserve anything. So, again, that's just my personal opinion. But yes, the Twitter account for LQ Persona is 100% fake. You guys should kill yourselves if you follow that account. So if you like this video talking about 1 Arena refresh and LQ Persona on Twitter being fake, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Injustice 2 videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And to anybody that thinks LQ Persona on Twitter is real, fuck you in the ass. Do your research first. Have a wonderful day, kids. I'm sure that How To Computing, the Hacking Freak, and all of my friends, both on YouTube and Twitter, will be really happy for that.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!